use that solid crossbeam underneath the car to jack it up with, and then put the jack stands underneath on that same solid crossbeam. This is not the greatest way to jack it up, but we needed a little bit more clearance to make it easier to pull the entire gas tank out. Right here we're showing where the quick disconnect is on the fuel line. You can see the top gray portion, that's the actual clip part that you'll have to unclip to drop that fuel line down. Okay, just to the left of that is the actual electrical connection that is going to power your fuel pump. You'll have to disconnect both of those items before you move on to the next step. Right here are going to be the straps that actually hold the gas tank to the car itself. They are held on with a 13mm bolt, and then there's also two little hoses here that I'm going to point to. You need to disconnect these so that the gas tank will drop down, but don't drop it just yet. Okay, here we've got the board centered underneath the gas tank so that as we drop it down, it is taking the majority of the weight because this was a full gas tank, so it probably weighed 80 to 90 pounds, somewhere in there. Make sure as you're lowering the gas tank down that you keep the side with the fuel filler neck up higher so that you do not leak fuel out. When we did this, we didn't lose a drop of fuel. Also, as you're lowering it down, you will see a fleshy colored hose basically coming out of the fuel filler neck. It goes into the gas tank about a foot deep into there. So as you're dropping it down, make sure that you take that out without breaking it. Sometimes you have to move the gas tank around a little bit. But this is all sped up. This is the entire process of loosening the clamps, lowering it down carefully. Watch the exhaust as you're lowering it down because it does go over the exhaust just a little bit. You'll see what I'm saying when you're working on it. And once you get it lowered down, you can end up dragging it out the driver's side very easily. You can also take it out the passenger side, but just watch that fuel filler neck as you're dragging it out. Make sure to keep that end higher and you won't leak any fuel. This is the old assembly that we took out. If you notice, that tab right there will only go one way into the gas tank, so you can be sure that you have it in there straight. You take off this cap by loosening it, and then you tighten it by tightening it. I use a rubber mallet and a flat screwdriver. Make sure it's tight to get it all on there. Make sure that you've got the gasket underneath there too that your new fuel pump will come with. We use little screwdrivers to get under those ears so that they can come over the just metal hoop that latches that on. After you get those off, you're ready to reverse all these steps to put it all back together and go on with your day.